And welcome back, everyone. Now, if you haven't gotten up that Christmas tree just yet, well, this is probably the day for you. Our Do-It-Yourself Wednesday topic will be joining the experts at Lowe's for more about how to select a tree that's right for you and getting those lights on it, too. Ashley Kirkland joins us live from Lowe's with a preview. Good morning, Ashley.
Good morning, Vicki. That's right. We're here at Lowe's, and this is one of my favorite times of the year. You get to put up the Christmas tree, but if you want to avoid having a Griswold family Christmas tree that goes up into the ceiling of your home, you want to make sure that you measure properly your ceilings to make sure you get the proper height of tree and the proper size also. Now, if you live in a smaller apartment, you might want to get a little Charlie Brown tree like you see here. It's very small and it can fit into a compact apartment. I think I might get one of those myself. But if you live in a bigger home, you could go for one of these bigger trees that you see behind me in the tree farm. Now, another decision that you would want to make is whether to get a live tree or an artificial tree, and there are some things that you need to take into consideration before you make that decision. And you also want to make sure to take into consideration the tree topper that you're going to put on your tree to see, because that also adds extra height to your tree. We're going to join Jeremy Wright, Pro Services Specialist. He does everything here at Lowe's. He tells us about cleaning kitchens, about floors, and now he's going to talk to us about Christmas trees and how you can pick a proper Christmas tree, and also about hanging those Christmas lights for your home. I'll take it back to you for now. Ashley Kirkland reporting live in Marquette, TV6 News.
Welcome back. Well, whether you choose a live or artificial tree for your family's home, you're going to want to make sure that you know exactly what to look for when selecting it. Now, this morning, Ashley Kirkland is at Lowe's for Do-It-Yourself Wednesday to show us what to look for when selecting the type of tree you pick. Ashley?
Good morning, Vicki. That's right. We're here at Lowe's and we're in the tree section of the store, and there are 21 days until Christmas, so you still have time to put up that Christmas tree, but you want to make sure you take the right steps and know what to do before you select your Christmas tree. I'm joined right now with Pro Services Specialist Jeremy Wright, who's going to talk to us about the Christmas trees that they have here. Jeremy, first step, I guess, was putting on these hats for selecting Christmas trees, right? But now, what do you need to know when you're selecting a Christmas tree for your home?
Like you were saying earlier, the height is the biggest deal. You know, we don't want to show up, like you were saying, and try to drag this tree in, get it in the stand, and find out that you're 2 feet too tall. Okay. To only have to drag it back out because it's only going to make a big mess in your house.
Okay. So you guys do sell live and artificial trees. Now, personally, I do not like live trees, but everyone seems to love them. What's the big hype around live trees?
It just depends. You know, I personally like them. I like the fact of going out and cutting down a tree and bringing it back in, and I enjoy the smell. We were talking earlier, you don't enjoy the smell of it, so it's just kind of a preference thing. It's what you like to do. You know, a lot of families, it's tradition to go out after Thanksgiving, cut down their tree, bring it home, you know, let it settle for a little bit, and then decorate it. Okay.
So what's the biggest difference in what should people look out for when they're picking a live tree?
Well, the big thing is you don't want something that's just going to die after a week. One of the ways to really prevent that is to make sure you really keep it watered. So they say you should, about the first couple of days, it's going to drink a gallon of water. And so making sure the water stays filled, you know, checking it, you know, twice a day sometimes just to make sure. That way it stays nice and fresh during the whole season. Mm-hmm. Another big thing is checking it over for any dead spots. You know, when you're looking, if there's a half of a tree is dead on one side, you don't want that tree, obviously, because it's only going to bring that, it's only going to continue to die while it's in your home, particularly once you cut it off of the supply of nutrients that it's been getting. Okay.
Now talk to us about the proper tree stand that we need to get.
They make different tree stands. This one, for example, is designed for an up to 10-foot tree. They make smaller stands for smaller trees. If you decide to put a 20-foot tree in this stand, the potential of it falling over is much higher. Okay. So you just want to make sure, you know, for safety reasons, not to have a stand that isn't going to hold the tree up.
Okay. And they seem to be making these things a little bit more portable and easier than when I was a kid. I see you have the water thing there, and then talk to us about the topper on that tree that you have back there with the star.
Yeah, the star, we're looking at different toppers, kind of get an idea so you can think of the heights, and this one actually comes with a clip. So instead of having to fight with trying to make that perfect top, you know, branch nice and have a pointy tip that you can slide over, this one just clips right on. So something to maybe consider while you're out looking for a new topper, ease of how you attach it.
Okay. Now, there are dangers that come with any Christmas tree, and I think especially a live tree. Can you talk to us about how people can further prevent those dangers?
Yeah, absolutely. Huge thing is keeping the tree away from wood stoves, fireplaces, pellet stoves, anything that has open flames. Another big thing would be like portable heaters, or if you have little buddy heaters or things like that that you're using for any reason, you don't want to have your tree by that, because it is something that is going to, over time, even though you're watering it, it's going to continue to dry out. And pine particularly is a tree that just, when it goes up in flames, it will burn very hot and very quick.
All
So.
right. Well, thank you, Jeremy. And I know it might be tempting to want to place your tree in front of the fireplace. You might think that's the best place for it to be, but just take caution there and be careful. And next, Jeremy is going to talk to us about those all important lights for your Christmas tree, because you can't have a tree without lights. But I'll take it back to you in the studio for now, Vicki. Ashley Kirkland reporting live in Marquette Township, TV6 News.
All right, thank you very much, Ashley. And I just sent you a Twitter. I want a picture of you and Jeremy in those hats.
Welcome back, everyone. Putting up Christmas lights can be a daunting task, so today on Do It Yourself Wednesday, we're showing you how to properly hang your lights. TV6's Ashley Kirkland is with the experts at Lowe's. Good morning, Ashley.
Good morning, Greg. That's right. We're back here at Lowe's in the Tree Holiday Center, and you're right. Putting up those lights can be a daunting task. When you have one light that is out, it kind of affects the whole rest of the string of lights. But I'm going to talk to Jeremy Wright, Pro Services Specialist here, about that. Jeremy, what kind of options do we have for lights?
There's kind of 3 different options, more or less. First is if you had an artificial tree. Some of them nowadays come pre-lit, so you don't have to worry about taking care of them. The other thing is getting your strands of lights. And as things have developed in the lighting industry, you have your traditional, just normal lights, and now they've come out with a lot of LED lights. You can get, for outside decorations, there's a lot of options as well. Okay. The LED lights are more energy efficient. You can tie more strands together for outdoor purposes. Like this, you can have 20 strands. This, you can only have 3 strands tied together, so you can get a lot more lights going.
Okay, so tell us about, now when people do have a shortage in their lights and you get that one light that's out, is there a new invention that can help that, or is it the same old traditional, you got to find the one that's broken?
You got to find the one that's broken, or just buy a new strand.
Okay.
Sometimes that's easier than trying to find it.
Okay.
Another thing to consider is making sure that your lights there's safety standards out there. We were talking earlier, there's a UL standard. There's another on some of our extension cords. They talk about an ETS standard or OSHA approved, so that way when you're plugging them in, maybe those old lights that you have aren't that, or they're cut from just something getting ran by them or things like that. So things to factor when you're looking at your lights, so that way your tree doesn't light up in a big ball of flames.
Yes, we don't want those kind of lights. And speaking of safety, we have some safety ornaments here. These are difference between if you have children or if you have more of an adult tree. So you want to make sure to take caution of that. So tell us more about the difference in the ornaments.
So you have, as you can see, we kind of have like toy soft ones, or another soft one, or this one's made of plastic. Something to consider when you have kids or animals, versus this nice decorative glass one. Once that hits the ground, it's going to shatter. You got to worry about your kids cutting hands or things like that. So just something to think about when you're getting ready to decorate your tree and who's going to be around.
Yeah. These are neat options. So this is more for the 21 and over tree, and this is for the 18 and under kind of tree, right?
Yeah, that's exactly it. These can go on your tree when you take it home today.
My little Charlie Brown tree. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Jeremy. And Sean asked me, Greg, a little earlier on Twitter if we had some mistletoe, and we do have some mistletoe, but I don't have anyone to stand under it with me, and I don't know if I want to ask Sean to or not, but I'll take it back to you in the studio for now. Ashley Kirkland reporting live in Marquette Township, TV6 News.